Now, it's one of the biggest songs in Australian rock history, heard in pubs and backyards across the country since 1978. It hails from the iconic album Face to Face. It is the smash hit Take a Long Line, and there are countless other classics cementing the career of Aussie band The Angels.
Yeah, what about the level of success 4 decades on from the album's release? The legends are celebrating with another nationwide tour, God love them, and band members John Brewster and Dave Gleeson join us from Adelaide. Good morning, boys.
Morning, how you going?
Thank you for joining us. John, I'll start with you. Can you believe it? 4 decades since Face to Face was released. I mean, so many hits. Take a Long Line, Straight Jacket. Have you got a favourite? Can you believe it's 4 decades?
Well, I have a lot of favourites over the years, but I'd say Marseille and Take a Long Line. You've already mentioned Take a Long Line, which my brother Rick wrote, and that changed our lives. So those songs are huge for us, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Dave, you were a fan of the band long before you joined in 2011. So how did this album help shape your career?
Well, I was 10 years old when I first heard this album. I shared a room with my 2 older brothers, and Tony, my brother, he used to pump the Angels all the time on our cassette deck, on our mono cassette deck in our bedroom that we shared. So yeah, to be singing the songs 40 years later is it's just a mad thrill every night.
John, was there any sense at the time that this was going to be something that was going to live on through the ages, or at the time was it just another album, another set of songs?
Well, you know, you can't beat good rock and roll, Ben, and the thing is that we put a lot of effort into our lyrics and stuff, and we didn't write about a certain era, so you know, the songs have obviously proved themselves to be timeless. They still feel fresh to me, and it's great to play, and we've got a great band playing them. Obviously, the band's evolved over the years. Dave's been with us now for 7 years, and it's been amazing.
And you never forget those who are no longer with us?
Absolutely not, no. I mean, we tip our hat to Doc and Chris virtually every show we do, and you know, we're left with great memories, so we'll never forget those guys. And you know, we're not alone. There's so many people in our boat now that, you know, have lost people over the years. But
yeah. Speaking of Doc, he wrote Am I Ever Going to See Your Face Again, which was arguably one of your biggest songs. But is it true that it actually took a decade to become a hit?
It's absolutely true, yeah. I mean, you know, I guess you're nobody until somebody loves you, are you? You know. But, you know, that's the thing. You know, a young band, and you put out your first single with Harry Vander and George Young producing it, who are the greatest producers I think that this country's maybe ever known. And you know, radio just didn't take to it at the time. So we just kept on going around and around this country in the old EH Holden station wagon, and eventually we wrote songs that radio did take to. So, you know, so in a way, what's happened is Face Again's now become huge. It's probably, you know, arguably our biggest song. But that's nothing to do with us, of course. That's more to do with you.
Gleeson, do you remember, I can remember going into the Des Moines Rowers as an 18-year-old with some workmates and hearing, Am I Ever Going to See Your Face Again? No Way, and thinking, wow. I mean, I still remember do you remember that song? And I reckon there'd be a lot of people who would remember the first time they heard it.
Yeah, oh, definitely. For me, once again, it came down to my brother. My 2 brothers had come home from a place called the Cardiff Workers Club after seeing The Angels, and I'd hear the stories as I was pretending to be asleep about the fighting and the girls and the drinking and the carrying on, and all I could think of was, I can't wait to go and see that.
Yeah.
So to be a part of it and have the crowd every night scream those iconic words back at us is just great fun.
It's funny, isn't it? You know, I mean, just going off track a little bit, but back then I was ballroom dancing, and my dancing partner, and we're talking about, you know, back then it was kind of a nerdy thing to do, but he was very much a fan of the Angels as well. So, you know, the music just kind of crossed over and touched everybody. You're about to wrap up the Red Hot Summer Tour with the likes of Susie Quatro. How's that been? Well,
it's been amazing. The moving pictures are fantastic. Chocolate Starfish, who I'd never seen before, they're very entertaining. Of course, Dave's singing in the Screaming Jets, and then the Baby Animals play. The Jets are fantastic. Baby Animals are amazing. Then we play, and then Susie. And we get up with Susie sometimes. So, oh, there we are, playing with Susie now.
There you are. Funny that. We just roll the vision at the right time for once.
I mean, she's a great rock woman, you know. She's just great.
That must be surreal, though. All of a sudden, there you are. You're on stage, Susie
Yeah.
Quattro. It's just what
We've
a
got plenty
great
of talent,
night out.
and it's so good that you guys are still providing your gift to so many people out there who love what you guys do. So thank you for still doing it for us. And
Thank
there's
you. We love it
details
too. Yeah,
on
thank
the
you very
upcoming
much.
tour. You can go to oztix.com.au. oztix.com.au. John and Gleeson, great to talk to you, boys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your
Lovely.
time.
Thanks a lot.
Unreal.
Cheers.
Good men.